Is Cardi B Imaginary Playerz a flop? Well, that's what the people are saying, but I'm not so sure I agree with this analysis completely. Let's talk about it, busybodies. So, according to an article, single is a flop. So, this is their opinion, along with others that I hear out here blogging. By the way, this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only, and everything is allegedly. Now it may be a flop compared to her other releases. But is it a flop overall is the question? Let's discuss, busybodies. The issue is that people have with this song is her flow on the song for the most part. The flow does not completely get you there. Sure, the lyrics are there, Cardi is talking her ish. But unfortunately, the flow fell short of taking us to where we needed to get. The remade a smooth song, but her delivery was not so smooth. It was a bit choppy in places. The girl has a nice flow for some songs, but she did not do what needed to be done to make this a successful remix, are what some people are saying. She strayed away from her usual formula and decided to do this remix. She wanted to do classic hip-hop with a modern spin, evidently. I think that if she had like a good hook, like she had on Enough, then the song may have been a hit. If she could get a good remix, it might help is what I am thinking. But who will jump on the remix is the question. Are there any takers? I haven't heard anyone do a remix yet. So appears there are no takers. But as it is, people are not streaming it on Spotify. Now, it did do well on other platforms, but it seems like the holy grail of how successful a single is measured by streaming numbers on Spotify. Now, I don't know necessarily that the song is a flop. It seems like some people are judging solely because of the numbers on Spotify, where she only got about 336,000 streams compared to the song Enough, where she had millions of streams in the first week. She probably should have released her album then when she released the sing Enough. Just saying. But it seems like she wants the success that she got when she released Invasion of Privacy. This may be the holdup of why it is taking her so long to release her sophomore album. But just because you don't duplicate the success of one album does not mean you are a flop. Not many people can sell 500,000 copies first week out, which I believe is about what she did with her first album. Most people decline in numbers in their subsequent albums. So that is one of the reasons that a lot of people are saying that this song is a flop. Number 1, the lack of streams on Spotify, and 2, the flow was too choppy. But what about the numbers that she did on iTunes? What about the numbers that she did on other platforms such as YouTube? But I guess the Spotify platform is the platform of all platforms. Joe Budden did a podcast where he critiqued her flow, this according to an article in Wrap Up. Joe Budden's critique on his podcast has emerged as a central point in the discourse surrounding the track. His analysis, while acknowledging the quality of the writing, specifically targeted Cardi's flow and delivery as problematic areas. His direct quote, "She shouldn't do that again, don't do that again," encapsulates the criticism that many have echoed. Budden particularly emphasized what he termed the choppy nature of her delivery and punch-ins, suggesting that the beat selection wasn't optimal for Cardi's particular style. To illustrate his point, he even demonstrated an alternative version using Junior Mafia's Get Money instrumental, which he believed demonstrated better potential for the track. The comparison between Cardi B's flow and Jay-Z's original version has become a major point of discussion within the hip-hop community. While Jay-Z's original is celebrated for its smooth, commanding presence, critics argue that Cardi's interpretation lacks the same finesse. However, this raises interesting questions about the nature of flow in contemporary hip-hop, where artists with unconventional delivery styles have found massive success. For instance, as noted in the discussions, artists like Future have built successful careers, despite some listeners' criticism of their flow patterns. The streaming performance of Imaginary Playerz presents a complex picture across different platforms. While Spotify numbers have been disappointing and below expectations for an artist of Cardi's stature, the track has shown notably stronger performance on other platforms, such as YouTube and iTunes. This disparity highlights the evolving nature of success metrics in the modern music industry, where Spotify has somehow become the primary standard for measuring a song's impact, despite being just one of many available platforms. On the flip side, Cardi supporters praised the track as real hip-hop and defended her risk-taking, encouraging repeated streams and purchases. Neutral voices included casual listeners who appreciated the lyrical nods but questioned whether the track worked as a single. This polarization kept Cardi trending, with over 845,000 views on a single flop post alone, ironically giving the song more visibility. What this means for Cardi B's upcoming album: the underperformance of Imaginary Playerz doesn't spell doom for Cardi B's career. If anything, it underscores the challenges artists face when experimenting outside their comfort zone. The single is already serving its purpose by stirring conversation ahead of Am I the Drama? So anyway, this is what people are saying about Cardi B's new song, the remix that she did of Imaginary Playerz. Although a lot of people are saying that it was a flop, I beg to differ, because I can't say that it was a complete flop. Because although it's not doing numbers on Spotify, it did do some good numbers on some other platforms. There is the issue of the flow of the beat. May not have been the right beat for Cardi B. I mean, I think she had this flow before. She released her first album, Invasion of Privacy, and nobody seemed to have an issue with the flow. All the bars are there. Well, maybe not the bars, but the lyrics are there because Cardi B is talking her ish. She does not have that smoothed out voice. That smoothed out flow goes with this beat, goes with the whole concept of the song. That is the issue that people have with this song. Mainly is her flow over the beat, and that this is supposed to be a smoothed out song. Cardi B sounds a little bit choppy on this song. Even though the lyrics are there, it appears that she may have picked the wrong beat. And plus, people already have an idea in their mind of how this song should sound, being that this is a remake. So this is the issue that people are having. Now, although when she first released this song, it seems like she got a lot of support from the Barty gang, and a lot of people were bigging up the song. After the dust has settled, now people are saying that it was a flop. I guess the Barty gang did not support it enough, did not stream it enough to make this a successful single for Cardi B. However, I wouldn't say that it's a total flop as some people are saying, because it did do good on some platforms. However, the real litmus test will be once her album is released on September the 19th. I don't think the album will get pushed back this time. So far, it seems like the album will be coming out, but you just never know with Cardi B. But I think it will drop of the 19th. Although people have waited years for Cardi to release her sophomore album, seems like the album is really coming out this time. I think she has been on too long of a hiatus. Cardi B's Imaginary Playerz may have flopped by Spotify standards, but it also highlights the shifting dynamics of hip-hop in this current era. Strong iTunes and YouTube numbers prove her core fans remain loyal, while polarized online reactions ensure she stays part of the cultural conversation. Whether this stumble becomes a mere footnote or a warning sign depends on how Am I the Drama resonates next month. For Cardi, one thing remains certain: she's still commanding attention, even when the numbers don't add up. That's it for this video, busybodies. Let me know what you think of Cardi's remake of Players Club. Make sure you leave a comment below. Don't forget to like this video and go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you will be notified when my next video comes out. And I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.